Oh, I have a great funny story. I have a great funny story. So I went to this normie event a couple days ago just to like I don't know, be normal. But it was like a Asian event. It wasn't like, oh, you gotta be Asian to come in, but it's like hosted by an Asian person, and like 80% of the people there were Asian. So I was like, okay, I mean, I got nothing to do tonight, and I know like some of my friends there. So I went, what's the worst that can happen? It was like a lounge area, lounge bar, club area. And I went to the bar to get a drink with Yvonne and Broden. And while I was waiting there, this very, you know, nervous, polite girl came up to me, and she was attending the event. I was like, oh, hey, my expectation was like, hey, how's it going? So what do you do? Are you in content creation kind of deal? But right off the bat, she's like, hi, you're this guy's toast, right? Oh, I am such a huge fan. I'm also Taiwanese. And I just wanted to say, like, thank you so much for all that you do to, represent the Taiwanese culture. And you're super great, and like, we love you. And that was very nice. It was very flattering. But it also kind of took me back a little because it's like, oh, really? That's that. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of. I feel like there's now a lot of expectation put on me because to her I'm kind of like representing a nation's identity, and I'm there drinking at the bar. Like, well, I can't like make a fool of myself now. Um, I think it was very nice, and she was very polite, and she was like, "Oh my god, this is so embarrassing me. I'm gonna leave now." I felt bad because it was like it was a flattering thing to hear. Um, but I feel like she did kind of put me on a pedestal, and I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of responsibility. Because all I really do is just play games, right? But yeah, it was a nice little compliment. But then the opposite thing would happen. I feel bad because I swear to God, all these people that I'm telling stories about are gonna find somehow, some way, they're gonna be on YouTube and they're gonna come across these clips because I mean, if they know who I am, I assume they watch some YouTube content involving me, which then would get them recommended these clip videos that I'm sure will happen. But one thing that happened repeatedly over and over at this like social event was people would come up to me and introduce themselves and ask me who I am and what do I do. It's like, oh wow, this guy doesn't know who I am. Okay, hey, I'm Jeremy. Um, I play video games. I stream video games. And they're like, oh cool. What do you play? I'm like, oh yeah, League of Legends, Valorant kind of deal. It's like, so what do you do? It's like, oh, I work in like this. I work in that. And it would be like a relatively normal conversation. At the at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, they'll be like, yo, It was a great convo, man. Yo, how do I keep in contact with you? You use Twitter, like, and I'm like, yeah, you can message me on Twitter. I don't tweet or like, check it, but like, if people send me a message, it usually pops up for a notification. And so I asked him, so like, what's your Twitter? Like, I'll send you a message then. And I open up the Twitter profile, and these motherfuckers already follow me and everyone in my friend circle. So why did you act like you didn't know me? I think the reason is just that they don't want to be like, oh, hey, I'm a fan, bro. I love your shit. Um, or something. So they want to like be like, oh, cool, cool. Oh, streaming? What's that? You're a streamer? Like, tell me more about streaming. Who are you again? Um, yeah, I think they just don't want to start off as a like, oh man, I'm a big fan, bro. I love you, man. Like, I watch all your shit. But I think the problem is when you start off implying you don't know who I am and like you're not aware of what I do, and then at the end of the conversation, it's like, bro, you clearly knew who I was. Like, I appreciate you like trying to be cool, but you also kind of lied to me. Um, like I think the better interactions were just like drunk dudes would be like, "Yo, man, you're this guy's toes, aren't you? I fucking love your shit, bro. I'm like I'm in the content creation space, and I think what you're doing is great." Like that one feels a little more genuine. Um, but the other one, it happened uh quite a few times. Like if it was just one person, I probably wouldn't tell the story because they're gonna find out it's like, oh, he's talking about me. But it was like six separate occasions. But yeah. So one thing that I realized in those situations, it's really hard because I don't know when I talk to someone. It's like, do you know who I am, or do you not know who I am? Because it was like in Koreatown, right? There was a lot of like Asian people there. And even at the event, I could just feel eyes, like just staring at me from the corners, like not just girls, but like guys and girls, like groups of guys and like groups of girls and like guys and girls, and like I just start overthinking them. Are they just looking my way now, or like they look at something behind me and I'm just overthinking it? And like, bro, calm down with your ego, man. But I swear to God, there was like people staring at me throughout the night. Um, so would I go to another normie party? Probably not anytime soon.